All right, big thanks to the comment from Oluwatosin. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, probably. One of the questions was about the tracking of the metrics and kind of comparison and how do we do it. And one of the things that I've kind of have viewed over the course of 10 years in the industry is that the more tools you add to your portfolio of like managing and scheduling your social media content, the less time you have to actually work on that content. So my first suggestion is to ditch majority of the analytics tools or third-party tools that are intended to make your life easier, because they won't. I've tried Hootsuite, I've tried Buffer, I've tried Meltwater, and all of these tools are promising to you that they are going to be seamlessly integrated with all of your social media platforms. However, they always lack a certain feature, a certain option that you are used to in the default apps that you're using. So my first suggestion is use the default apps for almost everything for your posting. For TikTok, you probably want to use Capcut because that is made by ByteDance, and editing in that app can natively then transition into the main app of TikTok and then post it directly. Of course, you can always edit in a main app of TikTok, which is also suggested by me. On YouTube, post everything from the YouTube app or the YouTube website. Do not rely on the third-party software to do it for you. Write the description by yourself, add the thumbnail by yourself, and premiere things by yourself. Do not rely on these tools to help you. The main apps are the most important apps. For Twitter, use Tweetdeck. Tweetdeck is probably the most underrated client for Twitter, because you can run multiple accounts and you can see things happening in real time on all of those accounts. Set up the columns that are dedicated to mentions, to the home pages, and to the DMs, and to the scheduled posts, and you will be good to go. For Reddit, just use Reddit native app and the website. You're not gonna miss out on anything, and it's pretty straightforward posting from there. And for Discord, you don't really have a choice. Now, part two of the question was obviously analytics and the breakdown of the data. For Discord and Reddit, you're not gonna get any valuable data. For Discord and Reddit, the best thing you can get is the amount of people that are on the server, active, online, and participating in conversation. So I would highly suggest to set up a monthly reminder for you to take a snapshot at how many members you have online and how many members you have overall on your servers and your Reddit community. And if you are admin of your Reddit community, you can get some data, and that is probably the most helpful data you can get. Compare it monthly and take a look at the trends on your monthly basis. You don't have to take a look at it every week. You don't have to take a look at it every day. It is pretty much unnecessary, because it is going to basically tell you the health of your community pretty easily if you take a look at the monthly trends. When it comes to YouTube, YouTube has its own default analytics that are great. You highly want to take a look at the watch times, the engagement, and also just the subscriber count and how it trends over time. Monthly also, again, very highly recommended. And just watch out for the videos that are kind of outliers. So the videos that are 1 out of 10 kind of performers. When analytics tells you that the video is outperforming, then you should dive deeper into why that video is outperforming every other video that you're uploading. However, on YouTube, it's also easy to get wrong data and wrong impressions of your performance if your YouTube channel is not consistent with uploads. So for example, if you have a dead period of 1 or 2 weeks of not uploading a single piece of content on your YouTube video, and then you upload one video after that, you are going to get that video to be best performing one because there is nothing to compare to. So make sure that your data range is set accurately so you can actually compare a video against the trends that have been established in that YouTube channel as with other videos that have been uploaded before. Sometimes the lifetime data is actually very valuable, and comparing those is also encouraged. On TikTok, you're not going to get almost any data that's valuable because TikTok is hiding a lot of data from you. Analytics are semi-helpful, but with TikTok, it's mostly about following the trends, following the sounds, doing the videos that make sense for the current period of time, but also try to make videos that are original for your brand and for your community, for your game, that make sense, that are funny, that are original. And those videos are generally going to do the best, because if you just make videos that where you're following the latest dance trend or music trend or whatever it is, you're going to get average numbers. You're not going to get these numbers to blow up as much as the original piece of content that you can produce. On TikTok, of course, you always get views as the data. I tend to look at the comments and the likes on the videos as well and compare those against other videos that have been blowing up as well and see if those videos are doing better or worse. Of course, you should engage on TikTok as well with comments with your audience and not just ignore it. And so that will lift it up a little bit as well. On Twitter, analytics aren't also as great as they could be. You can just visit analytics.twitter.com and you will get most of that data there. Engagement is pretty generally low on Twitter. Exposure is not really something that they push for with gaming accounts. So you aren't going to get a huge exposure. However, on Twitter, it's very important to kind of just keep the conversation going. So if you're asking a question, you should be following up on it. And that's where engagement kind of lifts up. Asking questions, having polls, stuff like that generally does the best. And entertaining pieces of content do worse. So try to use Twitter as like a conversation piece and not just like analytics kind of data-driven kind of thing. The more valuable updates you give on Twitter, the better. And finally, on Instagram, Instagram does have pretty decent data. However, you have to use the app to get to that data. You can get the data for the last 30 days. You can get it for the last 90 days. However, be sure to write that data down somewhere because a lot of that data is going to go away and you cannot really find it anymore. They are improving the analytics overall of Instagram over time, and the Creator Studio is pretty much useless at this point, so hopefully they will improve that one as well so you can see some trends. However, on Instagram, again, very important, likes and comments because that's where the engagement of your audience comes from. Reels do blow up from time to time, so if you're making Reels, that's good. However, Reels on gaming channels are generally not really pushed heavily by the algorithm, so it's pretty rare for those videos to blow up yet. And that's the overview of majority of the channels that I've been running and I've been using, and hopefully this helps.